Hi everybody, and welcome to the second webinar by Tecnografica. I'm Chiara Medici, Digital Marketing Manager, and I'm here with Stefano Lamberti, Head of Sales and Marketing at Tecnografica. There were so many of you during the last webinar that was held last week, and there are so many of you also today, so thank you so much for joining us and for your participation. So the first webinars by Tecnografica were about wallpaper. Today we are talking about instead decorative panels. So Stefano is here today to give you again an overview about our company. So for those who attended the first webinars, maybe they will hear again the story, but we have to explain everything to the people that are new to our webinars. And then he's going to explain all the details about our decorative panels. Just some information about this activity. Tecnografica chose webinars in order to be as close as possible to you, even in this tough time in which distance is a must. So we hope to bring you some useful information. Some technical details about the webinar. You have you should have received a welcome message that contains our email address, which is wallcoverings@tecnografica.net. Just keep it and use it whenever you want if you need more information. In the same chat, you can write down your doubts and questions, because at the end of the webinar, there will be a Q&A session. So Stefano will be at your disposal to reply to your questions. What else? You have a document section in your dashboard from which you can download right now some documents that are our decorative panels catalog, the technical features of our decorative panels, and also a PDF presentation about Decora Led. That is one of our finishes that Stefano is going to explain. So I think that's all for now. Stefano, I'll leave you the word, and I'm here for technical support.
Yes, thanks so much, Chiara, for the introduction, and thanks to everybody for joining us during this second webinar that we are organizing. So as Chiara mentioned, this webinar will focus on our decorative panels, which is the second item, the second product that we present among our products in Tecnografica. So just to give you an idea of who I am and why we are doing this, we are doing this series of webinars, and during the next weeks we are going to organize some other webinars or other digital and virtual activities to let you know our novelties, our new products, and to let you and show you more about our products, our company, how we work, and the products that we design and sell and product and selling them on the market. My name is Stefano Lamberti. I am the head of sales and marketing here at Tecnografica Italian Wallcoverings. Tecnografica is a 28 years old company which was born in 1992, and we are now basically divided in two different departments. One department is taking care about design for the ceramic tile industry. This is how we started basically, and we are world leader in terms of design for the ceramic tiles and also for some other surfaces industry. This allowed us to be very competitive in terms of design, in terms of graphics, in terms of graphic customization as well. We have about 50 internal designers which work internal the company, and this is why we are pretty quick and pretty organized in terms of creating either custom design for specific projects or design that we create for our catalogs. As we will see later on, we have plenty of design for both wallpaper and decorative panels, which is the item we will focus on during this webinar. And one of our slogan is new designs every week. So every week we come out with a new design, either for wallpaper or decorative panels, but we tend to do that this all the time in order to give the market and give to our partners and clients contents for them to use in their projects. Going back to the company, so one department is taking care about design for the ceramic tile and other type of industries, surface industries, Italian and international. And the other department, which was born 5 years ago, and which is called Tecnografica Italian Wallcoverings, is taking care about designing, manufacturing, and selling digital printed wallpaper and decorative panels. When I say digital printed, I mean that all the products that we do, that we produce and create, are digital printed based on the specific sizes of every project. So there is no stock for our type of products, for our materials, but everything is made on demand based on every specific project, every specific sizes. We have, in terms of decorative panels, different kind of finishes, different kind of supports, and every support has a maximum size, which could be, for example, 1.5 by 3 meter. But within those maximum measurements, we can actually create an on-demand project. So we can customize the size based on every specific project within these maximum sizes. And we will see later on via and thanks to different digital and visual presentation, I will show you how this works. So to give you an idea of the panels we are talking about, let's open here in the website the decorative panel section, which is this one. And if we open this section, we can see all the different designs that we come out with. So as you see here, these are all the designs, and at the beginning of the decorative panel section, you will basically see the brand new designs we are coming out with. For example, if we open this one, this is called Bermuda, and this is a design from one of our last capsule collections called Atlantide. So all these designs are most of the time divided in different capsule collections, which kept together different type of design with the same style. So we tend to create design starting from natural stone or natural materials, or even materials that we create in our own laboratories. And the most important thing for us is be able to scan these natural materials, natural stones, or manufacture that we create in our company in very high resolution through a special scanner that we have because of our experience in the ceramic tile sector. And we can scan these natural materials or artificial materials in a very high resolution, and then we are able to print these designs in very high resolution as well. So this is why we can start from a very small stone, a very small piece of precious stone, and we can actually print this in a very large size panel, such as the one that we are seeing here. Talking about this, I'd like to show you, just to give an idea of one of the collection that we created. This, which is an article from Archi Products, that shows you our last capsule collection in terms of decorative panels. So this is a collection that combined together different type of design with the same style. So we are basically putting the same style in different capsule collection to help the architects, the designers, the professional also to better choose between and among our designs. So we really tend to put together all this type of design that are in the same style in different capsule collection, so that you are more you can easily find it on our website or on our catalog. This is another capsule collection that we created, which is called Supernatural. And in this collection, basically, we put together more commercial type of design, such as Sara Noir, or marble such as Calacata or Carrara, some design such as Terrazzo, like this one that you are seeing here. So this is just to tell you that we are not only working on precious stone or very strong designs, but also on some smoother design. This is another collection called Infinity Gems, which we presented last year during the Salone del Mobile in Milan. And again, we are putting together different design, but with the same style in different type of capsule collections. So this is just to give you an idea of different type of designs that we might have. So going back to the catalog, yes. So of course we have also a printed catalog that I'm showing you right now, which is this one that you can find in our case, one of our promotional tools. So this is our 2020 decorative panel catalog, which is basically showing you all the most important and new designs that that we came out with. And this is a mere photographic catalog. You can ask us for a catalog at wallcoverings@tecnografica.net without any problem. We can send it to you. But again, what you see here, you can also see it on our website and on our social media pages. And of course, on our website and on our social media pages, these designs are always updated with the brand new design that we come up with. So this is just to give you an idea of this type of designs. As I mentioned before, and I'd like to show you this because I think it is very interesting. So let's say that we start from real precious stone. We scan it in very high resolution, and then we are able to print it in on a very high resolution and on a very high sizes. So in this rendering, for example, we are talking about panels which are 1.5 by 3 meters in height, but we start actually from precious stone. And I have here an example of what I'm talking about. So this is, for example, the actual stone where we started from. So we started from this, we scanned it in a very high resolution, and then we were able, this is the actual face I'm talking about. Let's open it up just for a second. Yep. Okay, here we go. So this is the actual face that we came up with, but this starts from this type of natural stone. So this is a face that goes up to 1.5 by 3 meter, but it starts from this very small piece of precious stone. We go all across the planet to find this type of materials, which are very precious and very difficult to find as well. But this is something that we do all the time in order to provide you and provide to the market this type of materials. This is another type of stone. It's an agate, and here as well you can see where we started from and where we arrived. So this is the actual stone, and these that you see on the screen are the decorative panels that we created, started from this very small piece of agate, of precious stone. So what is allowing us to do this is the experience that we have in the ceramic tile field that allowed us even to be pretty quick in terms of creating a wall covering company that is now pretty well known worldwide. Let's open here another time. So starting from here, we arrive here. So started from what you see on the screen, from what you see on my hand, then we can arrive to a very high resolution image that we can print in a very high size, 1.5 by 3, for example. So this is, I think, something pretty interesting. And this is another example. So we can start even from this type of material. So this shell, and we actually arrive here to this type of design. So this is just some examples of where we start from and where we arrive. So this is an example of how we start and where we finish. It's very important to us to be able not only to acquire the image in very high resolution, but also to work on this type of images, because it's not only a matter of doing a very high resolution scan or a very high resolution picture, but it's also a matter of working on these images. And that's why we have a lot of graphic designers, very high skill, that are working on this type of work. So they're starting from the actual picture. They are working on that in order to improve, in order to remove the defects, in order to bright some colors. So it's not just so it's not just a simple picture and then a print, but there's a lot of work behind it in order to avoid in order to take out all the things that are not going well, the defects, and also to keep it very smooth and very balanced in the project and in the collection that we present. This is another example, and this gives an idea of also another type of style that we do. So here we started from actual curtain slabs that we acided, that we ruined in our laboratory, and then we scan it again in very high resolution in order to create this type of patterns and designs. This is a cool collection called Unexpected Surfaces that started as a collection that you can do both on decorative panels and also on wallpaper, which is something that we can do without any problem. Okay, so now just to give you an idea of all the different finishes that we have, we can go in the finishes section of our website, which is here. It opens up the two different type of materials that we have, so wallpaper and decorative panels. And we can go here in the decorative panels section, and you can find here all the different type of finishes that we have. So let me start now with this, which is called Decora Resin. I have one actual piece here, just to give you an idea of what we are talking about. So as you see on my hand and as you see on the screen, this is a product, this is a panel called Decora Resin. It is a combination of an aluminum compound on the back, a digital print on top, and also we have an epoxy resin layer in the top of this material, which gives this deep and glossy effect. So this is a material that is used only on vertical solution. So all the products, all the decorative panels that we have in our range, they are made for vertical solution. So this, for example, has a maximum size of 1.5 by 3 meter, and can be installed very easily, such as even in a easier way than large size ceramic slabs, for example. And this is usually used in accent walls. So it is a product which is very precious, and it can come out with it can come in all the different type of designs that we have, and can be installed very easily on all different type of surfaces. Usually we suggest you to, if you have a specific type of installation, to give us an idea of where are you placing this, if it's something strange and unusual, and we can give you all the suggestion through and via our technical office in order to give you all the advices in terms of doing the best installation with the right type of products. This is another finish, which is called Decora Stucco. I have it here as well. This one is the Decora Resin that I was showing you before. It's just 5 millimeter thick. So it's a thickness of 5 millimeter. While this one that I'm showing you right now, which is called Decora Stucco, has also a thickness of 5 millimeter, is sometimes even thinner. I say sometimes because this is something which is very handcrafted. So this is an handcrafted material. It has a base of aluminium or alucobond on the back, and then we use handmade plaster on top, which we then print. So as you can maybe see here in a better way, we have some type of structure on the finish. So this is the finish that we suggest for certain type of designs, such as rustic designs or concrete effect, cement effect, natural material design. So of course you can print every design that we have on every finishes that we provide, but we tend to give you some suggestions in terms of what is better in terms of substrate to print on. But this is our Decora stucco finish. So very light. This is about I think 4 kilograms by per square meter, and this also has a maximum size of 1.5 by 3 meter. Pretty easy to install as well. You can install it as all the other finishes that we have, both in a mechanical way, so with screws, or also with normal adhesive. The third type of finish that we are presenting you here is called Smart Panel. This is a product which is a combination of 3 different type of material. Has a 3mm foam on the back, which is a 4x material basically. Then we have a digital print, and between the 4x and the digital and the final, let's say, there is a layer on the first substrate, which is a transparent polycarbonate, which gives the deepness effect, gives the glossy effect, but also it gives the durability of this material. And between the foam and the polycarbonate, there is a super high quality digital print, so made in a very high resolution. So you might say that this product is pretty similar to the Decora resin. So these two materials are actually pretty similar one to each other. Let's say that this one is made especially for, so the Smart Panel is made especially for a bigger project. So this is a product which is cost effective in terms of costs and also in terms of durability. So this is something for bigger and more strong project. While this one, the Decora resin, is something more artistic. So it's made out of epoxy resin. It's a bit more fragile than this one. And I would say that this one is the one that we usually use and suggest to our clients to use for accent walls, for example, behind the front desk of a hotel. While this one is the one that is used for bigger projects. So if you have to do a corridor of a hotel, a restaurant where there's a lot of people going out, in and out all the time. So very strong material, very artistic material, but the final effect is pretty similar. This is something that you see live, and this is maybe more artistic because it's made out of epoxy resin, and this is more technical because it's made out of transparent polycarbonate. But the quality in terms of printing is the same. You can print every design on both this supports. So usually we suggest a certain type of finish based on a certain type of project or design that you would like to have on this on a specific substrate. Okay, so the finish number 4 is called Decora Lux, which is this one. So this is a specific type of finish, which is composed by white polycarbonate on the back, also called opaline, a digital print on top, and also an epoxy resin as well. So now I'm trying to show you with the light of my phone. Maybe you can see this. This is a product which you can backlit on site. So this is a product that you can backlit with LED lights or neon lights. You can backlit from behind or from the profile, from the edges. And again, you can print. We can print all the different designs that we have, also in this type of finish, in this type of material. The total thickness for this type of product is 1 centimeter, so 10 millimeter. This goes up again to a maximum size of 1.5 by 3 meter, and within those maximum sizes, we can actually size it up based on your project. So if you need 1 by 1 or 120 by 240 or 1 by 3. This is something that we can do, and we create all these decorative panels based on your actual project. So this is something made on demand all the time. I'd like to show you this one as well that I forgot to mention before. It's called Smart Panel Double Face. So it's very similar to the Smart Panel that we saw before, but you can basically have two faces. So this is a very small sample, but just to give you an idea of what we are talking about. We also have black profile, black edges in on this panel. And this is something usually used for dividing walls or has separate or to separate maybe different type of spaces in a loft or in a big room or in open space. This is pretty cool, especially for retail projects or commercial projects such as restaurants or hotels and offices as well. The total thickness for this material is just 9mm. So it's very thin, very light. And again, we can print all the design we have also, all the designs that we have also on the support. The last finish that I am showing you is called Decora Led, which is this one. This is our brand new product. So we came out with this product about 1 year ago, and it was a success for us. So this is basically the evolution of our Decora Lux material. So this is a product which you can actually, you don't need to backlit on site, but which is already backlit. So this is something that you just need to have it on your side, and you can mechanically apply it on your wall. I have a couple of samples here that I can light it up for you. So let me see if you can actually see this. Okay, now I can take off this just to give you an idea also of the material I'm talking about. So basically, this is a product which is 2.2 centimeter thick. This is the back of the panel. So it also has a transformer because it has it's always applied to the wall. So this is something that comes and it's ready to go. So there's no need to backlit it on site, but this is something that comes and is ready to be applied. I have a cool video that shows you how these products are used, and you have also your own remote to understand and also to change the lights. I'll give you a cool idea of what we are talking about thanks to our video that we use. Give me just 1 sec. Okay, so we can check on our YouTube page, on our YouTube channel. There's plenty of video that you can also use both for training your vendors or yourself, and also to use it on your social media, for example, even though we have a specific area with video especially made for social media that I will show you later. But just to give you an idea of this material, this is a short video that's showing you how these products work. So again, this is a product which comes in custom sizes made especially for every specific project. And as you can see here, you can see an example of 3 panels put it together in a big size. These are 1.3 by 3 meter panels, and the maximum size is 1.4 by 3 for this type of material. Thickness is just 2.3 centimeter, so it's a very thin, and it's ready to go. You can actually use a remote like this one to control all the panels or to control just one panel. So this is really a matter of how you would like to have your panels installed. And through our technical office, we can give you all the information and all the technical details needed for this type of installation. We will later see also a pretty quick video showing how these materials are installed. So you can choose to have white color or RGB colors. You can choose to go with just one type of design, just one type of color, sorry, or maybe different type of tone of the same color, such as white, for example. So you can also decide to have only white, or to have different type of colors that go in a continuous way. This gives an idea of the trolley, which is one of our promo tools. This is especially made for the panels as well. So in this kit called the trolley, which is this luggage, this small trolley, this gives an idea of what's inside, and this is basically a small showroom which includes all the materials that we are working with. Yeah, sorry. Okay, this is an idea of how the sample works. So with the remote, you can actually choose to have different type of colors, or to also only have the white color, such as in this case. So now it's changing all the different type of colors that we have. RGB, the thickness is always 2.3 centimeter. And behind, this is of course just a small sample to show how the product work, but the maximum size are again 1.4 by 3 material. So this is showing just for the last time how this works. So from switched off panels to colored panels. So RGB or white color can be used on this type of material. This is a pretty easy panel in terms of how it works, because it comes and it's ready to go, and this is why has been the evolution of the Decora Lux panel, because the Decora Lux is something that you have to backlight on your own on site, and this is something sometimes is needed for a specific type of projects. But the Decora Led, it's something which is ready to go. So this is an example that shows how this product is installed. It's pretty easy. So it comes in wooden cases, and this has, in this case, size of 1.4 by 3. If you see on the back of the panel, you have these bars. You also receive the same number of bars to be applied on the wall, and then you click it. So there is a click installation, and it's pretty quick and pretty easy to do. We can go a bit further. So now they are basically installing the bars to the wall, so that later on they can install the panels, which the bars already included and already installed on the back of it, directly on the wall. The weight of this material is 32 kilograms by square meter. And again, the maximum sizes are 1.4 by 3 meter. The characteristic of this type of product is that the LED lights are not as usual on a serpentine behind the panel, but they are basically in the longer sides of the panel itself. So you have the LED lights basically here and here, so in the longer sides, and there is rasterized polycarbonate which is made out of, and the lights goes in this way homogeneously. So basically there's a lot of very small holes, and the lights goes in a homogeneous way. So the lights only comes from here and from here and go inside. this is the difference between our panel and our type of backlit or luminous panel on the market. So the light in this way is very homogeneous on all the surface of the panel, and this also allowed us to have so thin thickness, so only 2.3 centimeter, because there's no need of having a serpentine, but you just have two LED light stripes, and the light goes in from external to inside. You always receive a transformer, which is always included. Just need to plug it in, and then it's ready to go. Let's go a bit further. Yeah, here is installing the plug. So transformer, this is the controller for the remote. And then you can, as soon as you're ready, light it up. So now is plugging the panels to the plug, to the wire, and then it's ready to go. So the remote, as again, is always included. In this case, this panel was only with white color, but of course, for also RGB lights are available, as we saw in the video before. So this is our brand new material, and this is something we are pushing a lot through all our channels, and has been really successful because is something which is especially made for let's say retail or a commercial project. So this is something maybe you would like to install on a specific type of project, such as restaurants or hotels or cafe or jewelry shops. So of course this gives an idea of a very rich and very interesting place to go in. Okay, now I would like to give you an idea of how you can actually start from a project. So how we work with visual presentation. So what we need from you and from the clients is just the sizes of the wall or the sizes of the panel needed, and the type of design and the type of finishes. Let's see here some examples of. Let's open, for example, this one. Yeah, let's open this. Okay, this I like. Okay, so this is a project that we created for a specific client, and it is basically showing how this panels will be installed on the specific project. As you can see here, we have basically we can frame specific holes based on the type of project. So you just need to give us an elevation or the sizes or what are the measurements of the project, and we can cut the panels which will be ready to be installed on site. So you don't need to do any other type of cutting on site. If you do need to do other type of cut or working on the panels on site, it is something pretty easy to do with normal jigsaw or tools also always used on sites. So they are very easy to be worked on also on site if you need to work it on. In this case, for example, this was a 1.4 by 2.4 panel, basically a 2.77 centimeter panel in a sink or in a powder room or a bathroom project, with different type of example of different type of design. Let's open another one. So this is a different one, for example. Yeah, so in this case, this was a particular project where basically we combined together the finish smart panel and the Decora Led finish. So the lighter panels that you see here, for example, this one, these are Decora Led, so the luminous panel, while the darker ones, such as these two or these three, they are a smart panel. So we combine in the same project different type of finishes, and as you can see here, they have unusual shapes. So they are not straight rectangular. And this is something we can also do based on every specific project. We can basically choose to cut it based on your project. So this is to give an idea also of the possibility that you have. So combining together different type of substrate or finishes, and also cutting on a specific type of shapes based on every specific project. Let's see another one. Let's see this. Okay, so this is specific type of project where we basically were asked to use our Decora Lux panel, so the backlit finish, for a specific project such as this one, where this was basically a bar counter. So our products, as mentioned before, they are not made for tops or for horizontal surfaces, but only for vertical surfaces. In this specific case, we told the clients this, but he said that this was basically mostly showroom counter, so there was no need to have this type of another type of finish. So we created this from scratch, and based on his sizes and his measurements, we created different type of options based on different type of designs he selected. So these are all panels cutted, which combined together create the total design in the total project. So as you see here, we can print all the designs that we have on all the different type of finishes and surfaces. Usually in terms of lead time, we just take about 2 days to create this type of visual presentation along with the quotation, and after confirmation, we are ready to dispatch the material in about 20 working days. This is another idea from a project in Qatar. So this is about front desk made with our Decora Led panel. So we made different options, and then the client selected one of them, which I think was this one. And this design called Askia is something that we created from scratch. So all the others here, for example, all these, Phuket, Hawaii, Hyperion, Wonderland, these are designed from our own collection. But as mentioned before, we really have a lot of experience in terms of custom design. So if you have a particular type of request in terms of design, if you have a particular type of precious stone or natural material, natural stone or artificial material design request, we can basically start from scratch and create a design with this type of design. We have more than 75,000 of design already made in high resolution that you can use on your projects. I'd like to show you this one as well, just to give you an idea. When we have, for example, a very big wall, in this case, the wall was about 6 meter by 7 meter by 3 meter. So we divided the wall in all different type of, on all in different pans, basically. With here, for example, the size is 196 by 2 meter and 15. And combining together all these panels, you have a continuous design. And even though the wall in this case is very big, there's no fear, there's no problem in terms of high definition of the design. So the quality of the design and of the image will remain the same, even if we enlarge it a lot, because we start from very high quality design. Okay. So I'd like to give you right now a specific, let's say, spoiler or teaser of a new product that we are, where is it? Okay, here. So this is a specific product that we are coming out with in the next few weeks. This is a product that we are working on since 3 months now. So this is a new type of panel. It's a very new type of panel, and it will be an evolution of the panels that we are presenting here today. Especially, it will be the evolution of the smart panel finish. This is made out of a fiberglass on the back and a very high print on top, between a polycarbonate transparent polycarbonate on the top surfaces. So this is something that will be bendable very easily. Has a maximum size of 1.4 by 3 meter. Would be very easy to install on the wall. Very light. This is about 3 kilograms per square meter. And this will be, I think, a revolution in terms of wall coverings, in terms of digital printed wall coverings for project, because it will be very easy to dispatch, very light. It will be installed in a very easy way with the same adhesive that you're also using for other type of finishes, such as ceramic tile slabs, for example. So this will be something very interesting to introduce in the market, and this will be introduced in about 3-4 weeks based on how we are organized with all these webinars that we are doing. And you will be definitely updated when we come out with this new product, because it's something I think that will be very cool and very interesting to promote and to present to your clients as well, if you are a professional. I'd like to show you right now some examples of projects that we made with this type of materials. You can go in the project section of our website. And again, I am suggesting you to visit our website, to see our website, to show our website to your clients, because especially during these times where a lot of people are close at home, this is one of the only platforms where you can see all the different type of designs and projects that we do. And I always suggest to check it out. This is, for example, a cool project made with a smart panel, decorative panels. This is made in a shower of private villa, private apartment. And all the finishes that we saw before, they're all waterproof. So of course, it's a matter of sealing well the product, such as you do for a ceramic tile, for example. But the difference between this material and a ceramic tile, rather than the fact that you can actually customize it based on every specific sizes and that they are made on demand based on every project, is the fact that with this digital print technology, you can print some colors like very strong red or very strong violet or blue that are very difficult to do on ceramic tile slabs. Of course, ceramic tile slabs have certain type of qualities in terms of durability or in terms of using them for flooring. But when it comes to colors, when it comes to high definition images, this type of designs, and our company is number one in terms of high quality in terms of design, because of the experience that we have in this field. Let me show you another one. This one, for example, this is a showroom that we recently did in Italy, and this shows our Decora Led decorative panel. So in this case, the light was very smooth and very light because of all the style of the project. And these were 2 panels, 1 meter by 3 meter, combined together, different faces. So in this case, there was no need of having a continuous design, but these 2 panels were put it together in this way. Let's see another one. This is another cool project. This was made in Greece, and in this case we have our Komodo design, which is one of our graphics, on Decora stucco. So on the our matte finish, this one. So the Decora stucco was applied on the front desk, while on the back, on the wall back, we placed wallpaper, digital print wallpaper with the same design. So this is an example to show you how we can print the same design on both wallpaper or decorative panels, all the different finishes for both of them. This is another cool example of a project that we did. This is something that we did in California. So this was a Decora Lux finish used as a backsplash of a kitchen in a private residence. In this case, the light comes only from the top and from the bottom, so there's no backlit, but the lights come from the edges of the panel itself. But again, this is something made on demand based on this specific request and dispatched right away to the client in about 15-20 working days. So the process and the turnaround is pretty quick in terms of from the first request to the final dispatch, and we try to be as quick as possible, both on designing and producing the project or the items for the projects. In this project section, you can see both design from our wallpaper collection and from our decorative panel collection. This is just to give you an idea of all the material and designs and projects that we did. So you can check it out on your own as well, and it's pretty easy to use, and the website is pretty intuitive and easy to go. I'd like to show you now this area, which is pretty important for us. It's called download area. This is one of our most important section of the website because you can access easily on this area, on this section of the website. So there's no need of creating different password or anything. You just go in, you will receive a password, and you're ready to go. And in this section, you have all the different catalogs, printed and PDF catalogs, and technical features, FAQs for both wallpaper and decorative panels. So you can see here from 2018 to 2020, FAQs, technical specification, installation manuals. This is something you can download in 1 second very, very easily. Some presentation, company profile presentation. Promotional tools, which I'll show you later on, because before showing you the promo tools, I'd like to show you these two very important sections of the website that we have. So one is called the design for your projects, and the second one is called Tecnografica's video. So if we check the design for your project bottom, we will see that it will open two Dropbox folder, decorative panels and wallpaper. Let's click the decorative panels one, for example. And if you see this section, basically you have all the different designs that we have divided in all the capsule or all the collection that we created. Let's open this one, for example, the brand new Atlantida collection. And this is showing you basically all the different phases of our panels, of all our collections. So these are images in 72 dpi that you can use for your renderings, for your simulations, and for your projects. Ready to go. So you can download it, put it in on your projects, and then use it as a simulation for your clients. Of course, as we saw before, visual presentation is really helpful for clients to really better understand how this products work and how this and how the final project will look. Now let's check, for example, another one. Let's see this Infinity Gems collection. Same thing. So you can open all the different phases of a particular collection, and you can use these phases in all your simulation. So of course, these are pretty strong designs, but we especially use we create especially this section for professionals, for designers, architects, or interior designers, in order for them to be able to put our design and our products on their own projects. Of course, if you need any help in terms of creating a visual presentation or anything, just let us know. I'll give you an idea also of this supernatural collection that I told you before. This is a more, let's say, smoother collection with more commercial design, such as marbles or terrazzo, such as this one. And the definition is pretty high. So these are 72 dpi, of course, made only for simulation, but the quality that we use is pretty high. These are Sarah Noir. And usually all the different designs that we have different color options and different faces. So in order to use different faces in the same project and not to have a repetition. But again, we start from our design from our collection, but if you have any specific requests in terms of custom design or design that your client is requesting you, there's no problem for us to letting you have that. In the download area, you can also check our Tecnografica's videos section. You can click it. And again, it opens a Dropbox folder where you can check different type of videos that we created especially for social media. So these are video especially made for Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn and Twitter. They comes square or vertical or horizontal, especially made for this type of platforms, which I suggest always to all our partners to use, especially in this moment where it is basically the only platforms and the only channel that we can use in order to reach our market. Of course, these are videos especially made for this type of platform, so they can be nice or sympathetic or more aggressive. It depends based on also how your digital audience is and your market is. But there's really plenty of designs and videos divided on very a lot of types of let's open this one, for example. This is made it's a vertical video made for Instagram stories, which is I think right now the best type of advertising tool to use on Instagram, which is the best platform basically to use for this type of material. And yeah, so they are all divided, and you can also find here technical videos showing you installation. This is, for example, for the waterproof wallpaper, just to give you an idea. Of course, this is a shorter version of the actual technical video that shows how this product is installed. So again, very easy video, very quick, 15 seconds, 10 seconds to use on your social media, ready to use, so you can download it as much as you want, and you can put it on your social media as well. So in order to give contacts to your clients, which is one of the most important things right now to do in terms of digital marketing. Before going in the very last part of this webinar, I'd like to show you our promotional tool, especially made for professional. I will go very quick in this section, as this is something that we also cover in during other webinars. So these are basically promotional tools that we created for professionals. So these are made for professionals in order for them to present our products and sell them. So very easy. This is, for example, the trolley that we saw before as well. So this is, I think, the best type of tool to have for professional, because it includes all the type of materials that we have. So all the samples of both wallpaper and decorative panels, the wallpaper book with all the different type of design finishes and ground substrate, and also the case, which I'll show you better on here. Sorry. Here, so the case, this is something smaller and made maybe for designers, and this is something that you can keep it at the right of your PC or computer, and it includes all the in this case smaller samples of I have an example here, let's see if I can find it. So it contains smaller samples of catalogs, and also all the 2020 catalogs. So these are smaller samples of the different type of decorative panels that we have, but also give an idea of how this products this works. And this is the case. Pretty small and easy to use. And inside you have the different type of mini samples, and also the decorative panels that right now it's not here because I take it out and they are here. So samples of both decorative panels, of catalogs of both decorative panels and wallpapers. They go inside the case like this, and you're ready to go. So this is a kit which includes all the different type of catalogs and samples of all our products. This is a quick video showing you what's inside and packaging the case. And yeah, these are the 2019 catalogs, but of course, if you ask for a case, you will receive the 2020 catalogs. Okay, so for the very last thing that I'd like to show you is our Instagram page, which I suggest you to follow in order to remain updated with all our type of new designs, new products, new materials we are coming in. This is pretty well organized, and we use it as a digital catalog basically. So every week we come out with a new design or with a new project, and we upload it every 3 days here on our page. So you can check both our new wallpaper project, new wallpaper design, and also decorative panels design. So let's see, for example, this is a new wallpaper project. This is a new decorative panel design, especially from our Atlantide collection. And also we have a very new type of post, which is called Project of the Week, where we basically post some pictures of the best projects that we did recently with both our wallpaper or decorative panel design. This is a new wallpaper design. This is a new decorative panel design. So pretty cool page to follow, to have nice ideas for your own projects and nice reference to check online. So this is basically it. If you have any questions, we will be more than happy to respond. I think that we already talked for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Sorry for that. And
I'm back.
Question, we are. Oh, hi, Chiara. Nice to have you back here. Hi.
Thank you for the detailed explanation. Okay, this is the Q&A session, and we actually have a lot of questions to reply to. So I don't know if we will be able to answer to all the questions. Please, for all those questions that we are not able to reply to, write us an email. And the email address again is wallcoverings@tecnografica.net. So just a second. The first question is about customization. Valentina asks, are the pictures adapted to the specific dimensions of the project? And then I had another question about it that is from Elizabeth. Can a customer submit their own designs also based on REL or Pantone colors?
Okay, so I will answer to the first question. Yes, so basically every, as mentioned, every project is made on demand based on every specific sizes. So if there is a specific type of project, we will create exactly what the client's needs. And of course, we have a maximum sizes for every type of finishes that we provide, but within those maximum sizes, we can actually reshape and resize the panel based on every specific project. And if the wall is higher than the maximum size of every panel, as we saw before in one of the visual presentations for one of our clients, we will put together different type of different panels in order to create the final projects. While in terms of customization, we can yes, we can print designs that comes from the clients. They have to be at a certain type of high, let's say, design quality, so about 150 to 200 dpi. It really depends a bit based on the type of finishes and and how the wall and how big is the project, but you can ask us and we can reply to you pretty fast to give you an idea. And yes, of course, we can also start from a RAL reference or a Pantone color reference, and then create a visual presentation to show you if it's fine, to send you a sample, and if it's if you give us the go, then we can start the production, and in 15-20 working days we are ready to dispatch all the type of decorative panel finishes that we provide.
Great. Then Patrizia asks a question about Decora Led. She wants to know if we respect the different electric voltage of each market and country.
Yes. So based on since all the products that we do are made based on every specific project base, especially for this type of material, so this Decora Led product, we create the transformer based on every market, and also the plug is made based on every market. So if it goes to China, it has a specific type of transformer and plug. If it goes to US, has another one, because they also have different type of certificates. So yes, based on where the final product will go, we will create the transformer, the plug, and also the remote based on the loads and the electric quantity of every market.
Great. Then many people ask if panels can be used outdoors.
Okay, for the moment being, we are not proposing products for the outside, but only for the inside. With our brand new product, Smart Panel, so the new version of Smart Panel that I showed you before, this is something pretty strong that of course, can also go outside, but we have not enough tests right now to declare that it goes outside. I can just say that the polycarbonate that we use is the same one used also for the windows of the airplanes, for example. So it is pretty strong, but we are still testing for the outside this type of material. Why? We know for certainly, thanks to certificates and tests that we did, that is perfect for the inside, as a fiberglass on the back and a polycarbonate on top. But for the moment being, we do not declare that we have products for the outside.
Okay, and what about the installation inside showers or kitchen backsplashes?
Yes, so as saw before in some of the projects that we saw. Let's see it here, for example. Where is it? Here. So these are all products that can go also in wet environments such as kitchens, bathrooms, shower boxes, backsplash. And so these are all waterproof materials. And of course, the most important thing in this case is to do a proper installation with a proper sealing and with the proper product that we suggest, which are actually normal waterproof adhesive that you can maybe use for ceramic tile installation, for example. But this is, for example, we are seeing right now a project in a shower and with our smart panel finish. So the answer is yes.
Okay. Then what about wet areas, but like pool areas and not necessarily showers?
Yes, this really depends project on project. So in terms of, for example, spa or swimming pool, sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes it's no. It really depends based on how the installation is made and how the actual project is. And this is why we suggest all the time to ask us for every specific project, and we most certainly can give you an answer for that via and through our technical office that is here to give you all the assistance before, during, and after the project with our customer service and with our technical office service.
Thanks. Then Patricia says, when you say that panels can be cut on site, is this possible for all kinds of panels?
Yes, it is. It is. The only one that you cannot work on site is the Decora Led, so the luminous panel, while all the other panels are usually you can work it on site. If we go in the download area and specifically here in the technical features of the decorative panels that it is downloading right now, let's see. Okay, downloaded. Yes. So you can see here that in this specific PDF files gives an idea of how the installation is done, how it is fixed, and also how you can cut it on site with normal jigsaw or tools that you normally use in on site. So the only one that it cannot be used for cannot be cut on site is the Decora Led one. So this one, because this is a product which is ready to be installed. It is already boarded, and this you cannot cut it on site. While you can, for example, do some holes if you need to. But the bad thing is to give telling us this before, so that we can be certain that there will be no wire, no LED lights where you want to do your holes on site. So again, we ask you, the clients, to give us all the details possible for every specific project in order to help them in the best way for every custom project.
Thanks. Many people are asking about how to clean the panels.
Okay, these products, especially the one made out with resin on top, so Decora Lux and Decora resin, they are you can clean them with normal neutral detergent, so detergent that can easily you can easily find on the market, and that are also used to clean, for example, natural stone, natural marbles. While for the other type of finishes like this one, so the smart panel, for example, which is made out of polycarbonate, this is something that you can clean with every type of detergent. So let's say that the resin products are a little bit more delicate than the polycarbonate products. And this is also why this new smart panel will be, I think, one of our most important products in the future, because it combines together flexibility, very small thickness, lightness, and durability of the product. So this will be, I think, a game changer in the market. Let's see.
Great. Then there is a question that might be useful for many people, how to ask and receive samples of the decorative panels.
Okay, so in order to receive samples, just let us know the design needed and the finishes needed. You can write us at wallcoverings@tecnografica.net. And then based on where are you writing us, we can also redirect you to our local partner, local agent, if we have one there. And we usually send samples in these sizes, which is an A3 size, which in our opinion is the best size in order to have something which is pretty small to bring around, and also has enough surface in order to see both the finishes and also the design. So no problem in selling samples, we will do right away. And it takes us about 3-4 working days to print and produce and send a sample to a client.
With reference to working days to produce samples, we have a question from Maria. How about the production lead time in general?
Okay, in terms of lead time, for our decorative panels, it takes us 2-3 working days to prepare a visual presentation similar to the ones that we saw before, and then about 15-20 working days to dispatch the material, so to be ready with the material. So we try to be as fast as possible, and these are our lead times in terms of decorative panels. While in terms of wallpaper, which is, just to give an idea, the other type of product that we have, it's only 10 working days. So from confirmation, 10 working days for wallpapers, and 20 working days for decorative panels. Again, there is no stock for all our products, but we manufacture, we produce them on demand based on every request.
Thank you. Okay, I think I'll pass you the last question because we are receiving a lot of questions, so I'm afraid we will not be able to answer to all of them. So please, again, write us at wallcoverings@tecnografica.net. Then the last question by Rashid. Can panel be made in oval or round shape instead of rectangular or square?
Yes, this is something that we can do because they are made with our cutting machine based on every, so we can do every type of shapes. This is just a very small example with our double face smart panel, and this is a round shape product. In this case, this is also bordered with a black profile on the edge. But yes, we can do all different type of shapes and all different type of sizes within the maximum sizes we mentioned, which are more or less 1.5 by 3 meter as a maximum size for each panel.
Perfect. I think we're done with questions. I'll be back here. Okay, I'm here. So thank you again, Stefano, for this explanation and for all your answers. I'll just give the final details about the webinar. This webinar has been recorded just like the others, so you will receive an email in which you can find the link to watch the webinar again or to share it. What else? There are still the documents, PDF files that you can download from the document section. If you have questions, write to wallcoverings@tecnografica.net. Please follow us on our social channels and register at our download area. And I think that's all. Just thank you. Thank you very much for being here and for joining us.
Thanks, Yuka, for hosting, and thanks everybody for joining us at this webinar. We will definitely update you with new dates and with our new novelties, new products, and with our new digital and virtual activities for you to remain updated with our products. So thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.
See you. Thank you. Bye.